Hello there, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to review a song again, which was recommended to me by an audience member again, which is a very lovely thing, I think. The requested song today from Crystal Castles was Courtship Dating. It's not one of my favorite songs, I must say. It's very crazy. It does feel like a fever dream. I have it ready here already, so let's listen to the beginning parts of it. It already starts out a little bit mentally deranged, like most Crystal Castles songs do. It starts out with this mage sound as this song plays. So it's a very tense setting. I always encourage everyone to treat sounds in a music as if they were human sounds. Even if it's an instrument, try to treat it like it's speech. If it would be speech, what sort of speech would it be? And this sort of synth sound reminds me of ticking. I'm going to demonstrate what I mean by that. And you could possibly hear bits of the vocals already there. They just reinforce the crazy vibes. The protagonist is a woman, again. Most Crystal Castle songs protagonists will be ladies because Alice is singing, and it's already established that it's a mentally unstable lady. Again, in transgender there was a troubled transgender lady. In Untrust Us there was a person under a drug influence. Let's see where the story takes us. I'm seeing some playfulness. You know, that do. They have this sort of seductive playfulness to them. So now that the establishing shots are done, which is hecticness, craziness, tics and phasms, now we are going to hear the protagonist talk, and it's interesting to see what she has to say. It's very hectic, as you can see. There are screams everywhere. The woman is sounding very muffled. There are references to being a teenager in the lyrics, so it's a young woman. At this point, although it's very noisy, we need to consider the lyrics. The lyrics are talking about a sort of obsession with youth and love. It's been confirmed by Alice Glass, the singer, that the song is about taxidermy. And it does seem like that this crazy young person is considering preserving her love interest. I think her love interest is not returning her attention at all. I don't think it's a reciprocated love, because she wouldn't be so obsessed if she would be satisfied, if this would be a healthy relationship or a relationship at all. It sounds like that this lady is very young, very inexperienced with love and how it's supposed to work, and she's obsessing over men, and she's developing an unhealthy fantasy about them, how she's going to twist and open their innards and preserve them and make them her own. The eyes roll back around, limbs fall on the ground. This chorus, because it repeats so many times, especially at the end of the song, 3 times actually, I can safely say that she hasn't only got one love interest. I think she's obsessing over multiple men, and she's sort of a serial killer. I don't think she's only thinking about these deeds, I think she's already acting them out. As you could hear on these leggy sounds, you know, her insanity is tearing her apart. Lagginess is a very important subject in Crystal Castles often. They try to depict things as malfunctioning. I'm going to carry on listening now. This synth sound is quite annoying. It sounds like a very annoying wavelength. It just feels like the protagonist's muscles are just tense, and they're just shaking, and it does remind me of a dancer, you know, because of this.
Dealers, porn addicts, underage, underpaid, fucking Flora,
I'm just trying to tell you that with lagging, many different emotions can be expressed. Let's move on. all this screaming, a female, a male, a female, a male, and this weird, party rhythm to it. It just shows, teenage life. It's crazy. It's very hormonal in general. Loads of parties are involved, and it's just very dramatic and crazy and emotional. So that's why the party sounds and the screams at the same time. I'm definitely seeing some obsessive thoughts happening in the repetition. You can't hear it because these thoughts, these emotions are so muffled and crazy and irrational, but she's talking about burning her hand. And when I got to this part of the lyrics, I had to realize that this lady is all over. She's talking about young people falling from the skies like stars. It's really a stream of consciousness. At the same time, they have a meaning. She's recounting random events that don't even make sense and they're not even relevant. She's detailing the preservation of her victims, how eyes sometimes roll back and she has to adjust them, how she needs to stuff her victims with cardboard actually. Overall, the process is pretty problematic and gruesome. Problematic for her, of course. She's just getting angrier and more dissatisfied on the way. And why I find the stove part very relevant, or why I find it symbolic really, is because the stove, if you think about it, burning your hand on the stove, it's a very lumberjacky, wooden, hands down to earth vibe really. So it's just reminiscent of the labor of killing people. Her mind is falling apart. Alright? I think her mind is beyond repair at this point. Oh, wait. I was wondering why the screams. The song has ended now. I was wondering why the screams had ended. Whose screams are they? You could hear male screams, grunts actually, and you could hear female screams. They were the more prominent part, building up the bass in the background almost. These were the screams of her of her victims. I believe she was screaming as well while she was attacking, and these voices are not leaving her alone. And those were what she was left with by the end of the song. It's just crazy. Okay, you just listened to the mind of a serial killer in the form of this song. Don't allow yourself to fall for love or lust or just craving for closeness so much that you end up like this character. I hope you enjoy this interpretation. This is why I don't return to this song so much in my personal life, I hope this was somewhat useful. Courtship Dating is a little hard. It's a little difficult to interpret as a song, especially when you don't look at the lyrics. So hopefully that helped you. And thank you very much for watching again. I upload 3 times a week, so a new song analysis will come around very soon. Thanks so much for your time, and I hope you will have a lovely day. Take care. Goodbye.